Ladies and gentlemen, so there is a blog that has been in support of Edochie. Now, this blog expected Mary to sound this way and say this. My sincere apology to my king, Edochie. I'm going to read it out so we can all judge for ourselves. My sweetheart and sugar, first let me begin by offering a sincere and heartfelt apology for the events of the past few years that have caused you pain, hardship, and insult. I call you my sugar for a reason because you are a good man with a kind and generous heart, full of gold. I pray that as you read this letter, you will find it in your heart to forgive me. Please see me not as just someone who made mistakes, but as the woman who stood by you for 18 years, the mother of our four beautiful children, and your wife with whom you built a home rooted in love. I let myself be influenced by people I thought were friends. They pushed me to speak in ways that were not helpful, especially the public statement I made about discovering your second marriage through social media. My words, God will judge you both, were not from a place of strength, but from deep frustration, shock, and confusion. I was hurt because I truly believed you would walk away from Judy, especially since I had already resolved in my heart to accept and raise your son as my own. I was ready to love him, to give him the care he deserved. I won't shift all the blame to you. I know I carry part of the blame. I assumed your relationship with her was temporary, a way to ease your loneliness while in Enugu. When I learned she was pregnant, I thought you would let her go, but you stood by her and eventually announced her as your second wife publicly. When I was still struggling to accept the reality of my husband, getting another woman, getting the other woman. My sugar, my love, my sunshine. I know I humiliated you publicly several times. I had messed up, which you covered my wrong. I would always stand by, and you always stand by me. But from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry that I pushed you away. And I guess, okay, now all of this is coming from someone who is so interested in promoting the image of Edochie. Now, if you look at this so-called apology letter that they are expecting Mary, I don't understand if this is basically a waste of time. So they are expecting Mary to bow. They're expecting Mary to accept. I don't want to even use the word bow. Expecting Mary to accept nonsense and rubbish and accept polygamy from a man who can barely feed his immediate family, but somehow looking for an extension and doing so without care, doing it in the most terrible, vicious way. Let's look at the continuation of the letter. Genuine and deeply reflected, my intentions are, I will do it. I want peace. Now, talking about polygamy, that's what this other part is. If you look at it, I acted the way I did, blah, blah, blah. Coming from a polygamous, it scars, blah, blah, blah. I want peace. I want healing for us and for our children. I want to close this chapter of bitterness and open a new one of understanding and reconciliation. If it makes things easier, I'm willing to stay in Lagos with the children, and you may visit us as your schedule and duties allow. This is not easy for me, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things work for the sake of our family. I have held on your name, Edochie, because I know that a day like this will come into existence. Please, no, I did not create the main nation group, nor did I even ask them to insult or attack you. That was never my intention. I had severally cautioned them to stop the attack, but I cannot control what others say. But over time, those voices will quiet down, and we will find a way to manage our affairs respectfully and privately. These past years have been painful for all of us. Still, I hold on to love. I remain proud of everything you have achieved, and I pray that you continue to rise and succeed. Chim, my love, my sugar, I love you now and always. I want to reclaim our happiness, rebuild our home, and walk forward again with peace in our hearts. I remain your loving wife. May you, Edochie, sugar. Now, this is the expectation of those who think that Mary should accept Edochie's wicked, evil, demonic proposal. The same man that said 2023 is the best year of his life. I mean, come on, who does that? This is full of foolishness and wickedness. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this. Please do drop your comments. See you guys in the next update.